Welcome to another episode of Hello Again Wednesday with Brent Miller. Each Wednesday you can join in as his special guest. Answer along with question of the day. Listen to life stories. Follow him on Spotify or your favorite podcast platform. On Facebook. Or his YouTube channel, Brent Miller, What's on His Mind? This week's episode 176. Earthquake. Or me. And now.
Hey, it is Hello Again Wednesday. This is going to be a little different because I'm going to actually do the episode while I'm cooking dinner. It is 5:40 out here on the West Coast. Just seeing if this is going to click through for me and work for me on getting this done in the sunshine. That's how I'm going to do it today. And so welcome to Hello Again Wednesday, number 100, episode 176. It's called Earthquake or Me. And maybe you have saw some things on the news last night or this morning or whatever. And we're going to talk about it just for a little bit in a different kind of way than the news. Okay. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for being a part of my, as a special guest to me, as you join along, especially if you answer the question of the day. And a lot of you have been doing more and more of the conversations. I'm loving it. Thank you so much. I do check all those things and try to respond any way that I can with those things. And so thank you very much. Question of the day, because we're going to roll right through this. I got to keep an eye on my corn. I have corn on the grill, and this is what we're doing for starters, okay? And so question of the day, have you ever felt something very different or never before felt or unusual with you, and you wondered, what? And so that is the question of the day. You'll understand what it means in just a moment as I am going to kind of direct the camera to the grill right there. And I'm going to walk over to it. I know you can still hear me. And then there. Just giving the corn a little bit of a spin right there as you guys are listening in. And so now we're going to come back to me like this. All right. And so thanks for watching me grill. It is really good corn. We did corn a couple weeks ago, and it was just white, and it still tasted good. But they got the yellow white corn now, and it's going to be sweet corn. It's going to be really good. Can't wait to have dinner tonight. We're having just a little easy one. Corn on the cob on the grill, hamburgers, brats, hot dogs, and tater tots and french fries. That's what's on the menu for the night. I don't know. What are you guys having tonight or have had tonight? So last night, I'm sitting at the dining room table working on the laptop, and I felt a weird feeling. And so I started looking across at the ceiling fan, across from the table up on the ceiling. I was looking at the ceiling fan spinning above the table, and then I kind of looked away and looked at Ashley. She was either doing something or just finishing dishes or whatever in the kitchen, and she was going to walk by. And she's leaving the kitchen, and I must have had a weird look on my face, and said, "What?" And I said, "I just felt like it was a little weird, something was a little weird." And then she asked if I was okay. And a lot of that has to do with, having surgery and stuff like that. I'm like, well, yeah. And so I just blew it off as nothing. Okay. And so I go back to work, clicking away on the laptop. And then Ashley, she comes quickly coming around the corner into the dining room again. And, she goes, "You felt something weird?" And again, I said, "Yeah, earthquake, huh?" And she goes, "Yeah, all the phones were receiving the emergency alert that we get whenever there's an earthquake, or especially, the earthquake that I just felt." Okay. And so the phone sends you an earthquake alert. And for those where it was hitting, I believe, and it might have been us, I don't know. I'm going to say it wasn't, but where it was at, They say some of them got the warning 30 seconds before the earthquake hit. This is some of the technology that they're trying to do with the fault lines out here, is to come up with a plan that will send a signal to those in about to be hit by the earthquake. Pause just a sec. I'm not pausing. I'm just gonna move some stuff around a little bit. I gotta check that corn again. Turn. So now I know you can't see me because I have to turn the camera. It's dark. I gotta be very, very careful now. Moving the corn up to the top rack right now. Just kind of hang with me there. It looks like the camera's doing something over there. Did I do? No. Oh, you guys are still with. Oh yeah, never mind. All right. So sorry about that. I was supposed to turn the camera so you could see me putting the corn up on the top rack. But anyways, we got that going again. You know what? And my hands are dirty and I'm doing my hair. I didn't even do my hair. I didn't get anything prepped for doing this episode. I just like, I'm gonna do it. And so, like I said, I blew it off like it was nothing. She came back in there and I knew right then it was an earthquake. And I was telling you about the special stuff they're trying to do to give you the signal. And I'll say stuff about that in just a little bit, I guess. Anyways, that earthquake, it was a 5.2 earthquake. It struck near Bakersfield. So just for an idea of where Bakersfield is, without showing you a map, Bakersfield is, if I'm heading up to Six Flags, you go up this first mountain, you come down the mountain, you got to go up another mountain or two, and then you go down to the flatland, and Bakersfield is up that way just a little bit. And so that's where the earthquake was hitting at. Not Bakersfield. It was actually, it was 6 miles deep in the ground and about 7.5 miles northwest of Mettler. Okay, Mettler is over there, and it's so if that was, let's see, 6 miles south of Mettler, and then you went another, I think it was 19 miles south of Bakersfield, okay, which is actually 89 miles north of us, okay, in Los Angeles. And in the time frame of it, at the earthquake, there was 22, at least they say, at least 22 aftershocks. And most times the earthquakes, these earthquakes that feel like you're in a boat rocking, on the water. That's what the latest ones have felt like. One time we had one, I told you it was a boom, and that was over in the marina right down the road. And that one was weird too. The ones lately, they're just kind of like you're in a boat, and it's a weird dizzy kind of like feeling, to where it's easy to, if it's because it's so mellow, you doubt in your mind that that it's an earthquake, but more than likely that rocking is really an earthquake. And then I said in the opening clip, or is it me? Because I've lost some muscle coordination in my right leg, and it goes all the way up to my hip. So it goes from my foot all the way up to my hip. And besides loss of coordination, I have where it's numb, but it's not all the way numb, and which is hard to explain. You feel pressure. You can feel one side worse than the other, and it's just really hard to explain. I'm doing my best, and it goes all the way up to my hip, and then I can now feel it on my toes on my left foot, top of my left foot. My left thigh has always gone numb. And so it's just these things that are taking place. So that's why I'm like, man, maybe this little shaky thing is just me, and so it also has, because my hands have tingling. And you know what? We're going to turn it one more time. This time I'm going to turn it for you guys with me. Stay with me. Let's see how good it's doing. Am I online? I think I'm close to being online there. Okay. And so just going to double check them. Warming up just a little bit, coming back to you guys right here. And so what takes place now is my hands go numb, my arms go numb. Actually, it's more of a little numbness, a lot of pins and needles. That's what it is. And so maybe it was just me. That's what my thought process was last night. I'm trying to tell you. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to minimize an earthquake. The media is always looking for the big one. Okay. So one news station immediately had a seismologist on saying a small quake, that reminded them of the area of the 1959 or 1952 big earthquake. Okay. And then it went on to continue to say, but it really wasn't the same fault line. And so it has nothing to do with the same thing. But they're always trying to make it, there was this big one then, and it was kind of close, maybe. And so, the media out here is like a circus. And so they're trying to make it, I'm trying not to minimalize it. They're trying to maximize it. And so it makes for really confusing things on what takes place with an earthquake near us. Okay. And so what was funny in my mind, it was that down here, almost 100 miles away, we dispatched all of our fire departments in the area of Los Angeles and stuff, and they dispatched them to run the roads to make sure that all was well. And then they sent out, another division sent out multiple drones into the air. So we had ground surveillance and air surveillance of earthquake that really didn't hit us. And so that's how we operate out here in California, in Southern California especially. And so, all is well and everyone is safe and no one was injured. If you want to get anything out of this, of the news, no one was injured. And the only thing that got injured, maybe I would say, ready? There was 3 cans that fell off of a shelf in a liquor store at the epicenter. And so, yeah, that was the big news. They showed it right there. We've got footage. And so it's just, and as they should, the employee left and there's like 3 other patrons in the liquor store. They all left and you saw these 3 cans go bloop onto the floor. And that's what happened in our earthquake of the day out here. And so, like I said, not minimalizing it because, earthquakes are bad. And if it hurts anyone, that's even worse. And so don't get mad at me about anything I'm saying. Remember, this is all my mindset. Hey, it's on YouTube, it's Brent Miller, What's on His Mind. And this was on my mind for the day. Why? Because sometimes I do feel that little wave motion and it isn't an earthquake. It is me. And so I'm very careful. And that's the way it is for today. So back to the question of the day. Have you ever felt something very different, never before felt, unusual with you, and you wondered, what? And so I'm just wondering if and so be sure and drop your answers in the comment sections or post a little video and put it up in the comments. Those would be great too. I'd love to see something like that. So, hey, it is Wednesday, and if you have a church service you're going to or you're in right now, don't be watching this while you're in church. But if you're in church right now at a Bible study or whatever, have a great Wednesday. If you can, join us for our Sunday service, 10:45 out here in the Pacific. And for Culver City Church of God, we're going to be on Facebook, Facebook.com, Culver City Church of God Ministries. That's where we're located at. And you can also find us on our website live, culvercitychurchofgod.org. And so you can find us live there or even watch the videos later on in the day and just enjoy as we're trying to revive our church. And so you're going to see some different things happening, hopefully week after week as we talk about things and not only grow numerically within the church, but we become a big, huge thing that's happening within our community. And so others can come to know God. Hey, if you don't catch our church services, catch a church service near you, a Bible-believing church, and join their Bible study, join their service, be with friends, laugh, eat together, meet some new friends, and get ready to feel something. to feel the love of God maybe like never before, and always be that loving human factor at church. Thanks for watching this week. Thanks for watching week after week. Share these videos. You've been doing that. Thank you so much. Share the videos with others so they can join in on the conversation. And remember, give someone a huge hello again hug, or a hello again handshake, or a hello again whatever. And I will see you next Wednesday. Guess what else we're having? Hamburgers, brats, and hot dogs are going on the grill right now. And I'll see you guys next Wednesday on Hello Again Wednesday.
Thanks for watching or listening to this week's episode of Hello Again Wednesday with Brent Miller. Each Wednesday, you can join in as his special guest. Answer along with question of the day. Listen to life stories. Follow him on Spotify or your favorite podcast platform, on Facebook, or his YouTube channel, Brent Miller What's on His Mind. Please join him next Wednesday for another episode.